Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to grow your own palm from a date seed that we have here. Simply eating the date and that's the seed from inside. So we get a small pot of any kind, preferably something that's a bit longer so the taproot can grow out. You just want to, make a small hole 1 or 2 inches deep and simply put the seed in there. Once the seed is in there, you just want to cover it up. Over here I'm using some topsoil because the topsoil has a lot of better drainage than say compost or other sort of soils. So yeah, once you've done that, you just want to water it down and give it approximately 1 to 2 weeks, and you should start to see signs of the date palm coming out. Here is an example of how it will look like when it starts to come out of the soil. Yeah, so growing the dates are very easy. Over here I have an example of a small plant that we had where a few dates were just thrown in and they were just on the surface, and as you can see here we've got a palm that's sprouted out. You can see on the surface there's a seed which is connected. It's gone down into the ground and the palm has come up, and that just shows that although it was neglected and the seeds were just thrown on the surface, it still manages to sprout. So when you do decide or eventually plant it in a container, it doesn't take a lot of difficulty to for it to come out. So over here I have an example of the date palm that has sprouted. This is after a month or so. You can see that the first leaf has come out, and it's also got a nice root system there on the bottom, and yeah, this is what it looks like after a few weeks. Okay, so after another 3 or 4 weeks, here's an example of what it would look like. The first leaf has gone a lot taller now, and at this stage I would probably recommend changing the container to something slightly bigger to allow the roots some more space to grow. Okay, so another 3 or 4 weeks have passed, and now the first frond or leaf has gone taller, and now you can see there's a second leaf has emerged. And I didn't mention it earlier, but when you're trying to germinate the seed, it's best to keep it by a windowsill indoors. Put a little bit of cling film on top or something to keep the moisture and the humidity high, and that would help the germination. And also I've grown these in the greenhouse, like a small greenhouse you can buy online. Okay, so after about a year or so, this is what it will look like. You've got and there was initially 6 or 7 fronds. The lower ones have been cut off. As you can see, I'm keeping it in a bit of a sort of greenhouse situation to keep the humidity high, and you can even see there's a trunk starting to form now. So yeah, this is what it will look like eventually. Okay, so over here we have a medjool date palm which is maybe 5 or 6 years old. This is what it can look like. It's got this blue greyish leaves, looking very nice, and you want to keep it dry in the winter. Make sure it doesn't get too wet. It's forming a nice big trunk at the bottom there. I'm going to keep this outside in the winter to see how it copes, because they are meant to be quite cold hardy, so they can potentially survive the south of England. Just want to make sure that they're kept dry. But I'll experiment, see how it goes, and we'll keep you guys updated. But thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.